Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for WWE. So Shotzi Blackheart was on the Ariel Helwani show. Shout him out and the boys in the back. So she talks about R-Truth, and let's take a little listen here.
What about this Ron Killing story? Work or shoot?
I do think that they actually like let him go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a string of contract non-renewals, right?
Yeah.
So
well, I just feel like because also like at the same time, Carlito and Sarah Logan's they told them that their contract wasn't getting renewed. So I think it would be really messed up of WWE to like capitalize on.
Sure. Yo, shout out Shotzi for. I was the only one going, yo, that would be dark. If they, well, I mean, I'm sure other people said it, but it's just like, I really harped on that. Like, that would be pretty up, you know, to work it. So I do believe it was a shoot. And then, you know, they listen to the fans or whatever, right? And Shotzi's onto that there in her Wrensday Addams here.
Sure.
To, you know.
So do you think it was as simple as they did it? They thought it would be a thing. It would go away 24 hours later. It didn't. And they're like, hey, let's reconsider this.
I think the fans got him back.
That's wild.
I think the fans got him back. And like, that just shows you like how much power the fans do have sometimes, you know? So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you see he cut his hair yesterday?
I know.
Yeah, crazy, right?
I know.
I mean, I like that they're doing this. It's a fascinating thing because they do the press conferences now. And so like that gives you this window into the world that you didn't have before.
Exactly.
And so I almost wish that, and we'll see where he goes from here, but I feel like they have an opportunity to make him into this sort of like anti-establishment hero. Like the fans got me back. Screw all of you. So where he could be like a babyface to the people, but to the brass. And
Ariel with his fantasy mark booking. Okay, that was her thoughts on it. So the Slim Jim tables. So I made this post. The Slim Jim tables I thought we were getting, less great than the Slim Jim tables we got. No black padding on the logos. And the logo. See, I'm dyslexic. I can't even read my own. No black padding, and the logos are just random stickers on the ends of the tables. I can live with these. So this was the image when everybody like floated it out there. Is this AI? I don't know. And then you go to the side, like that's what was on SmackDown. And also the lighting's weird. Like it's just a normal brown table. And same with the Fireball ladder. It actually looked cool having the red rungs. And I'm going to tell you why. When I was a kid, I had all of the WWE action figures and all that, you know, and I had the Titantron and the ring and the weapons and all that. And that was like my jam, you know? And so the ladders were orange. They always had like orange rungs on them, the toy ladders, if you guys remember that. So it just reminded me of that as well. And yeah, it's just not something to even be, especially with the Slim Jim logos just on the sides like that. I mean, it doesn't really matter, you know, ultimately at the end of the day. So yeah, we definitely are over it, but it is better than this. And these look like they have like a layer of something on it, as we discussed previously. And I was like, are they elimination chambering it as well for safety? You know, but it's they pulled it off and it's like, oh, snap into a Slim Jim table. Am I right? Am I right, Barrett? And it's like, okay, we get the jokes. So I can live with it. You know what I'm saying? See, guys, that's how your opinion can change. It's all good. I own it. Jay, after Raw went off air and he lost the world title, I think all Jake was there. Weren't you there, bro? What the f was that? Did you stick around to watch this or did you just dip out? Man, what a fucking Raw. And you know it's a good Raw when Hughesy's messaging me going, I'm actually going to start watching again, allegedly, you know? You know it's good fucking wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is my youngest son, Jace.
Jay Suso.
I'm so happy. I brought him on the road with me this weekend. Y'all seen him a couple times on videos with me. Hey, even though I lost, I'm so glad he was here with me, traveling the road with me. I really want to say I'm sorry to my son I'm sorry to everybody here. I fought my ass off. Go.
Dude, he's so over, and people want, like, he's gonna go have a big money match with John Cena for the WWE strap, and people are gonna be like, he's gonna win it. You know what I mean, guys? Like, it's so funny. Oh, he's just look how over this guy is, bro. He's the man of the people.
Gunther is that dude, one of the best athletes, one of the best pros I ever stepped foot in the ring with. At the end of the day, I got hella respect for that man. But give it up for Gunther.
And you put your opponent over because you beat the best. Oh, he's shitty. I would have won anyways. It's the worst when fighters and people do that. It's the old wrestling technique. You put, yeah, my opponent's the best in the world, whatever. And then if you lose to them, it's like, well, he's one of the best. You said he was one of the best going into it, you know? You don't backtrack with excuses. Oh, you know. It was a balloon. Me foot was a balloon when Connor did that shit.
I'm on the back. Hey, Phoenix, y'all are lit. When I come out and do my entrance, I can feel the vibe in every other city. Hey, tonight though, y'all was turned up. I wish everyone could experience what we get to experience back there, like walking through these curtains. I'm very, very blessed, man. I stay humble in front of y'all. I love what I do. I don't ever take this for granted, all right? I love all of y'all. Hey, parents, appreciate y'all's hard work, spending money to bring y'all's loved ones to a show. Kids, hey kids, real talk. Tell your parents you love them, all right? Listen to them. Something simple as picking up after yourself.
Dude, I mean, come on, man. This guy's such a good, like, this is such a good message. That other company, we don't give a fuck. We're the cock and the balls of pro wrestling. We don't give a fucking shit. Am I right, you fucking shitheads? Like, that's what the other company will do. Fuck that other company. Right? And then Jay's like, yo, pick up, appreciate your parents, and pick up after yourselves. Eat your vitamins, say your prayers, brother. I don't get why Yeet is so over. Why do you watch WWE, bro? Because Hulk Hogan was this. John Cena was this. But Cena said, hustle, loyalty, respect. This dude's yeeting, because that's what kids do. And he's like, pick up your goddamn toys. Hogan was eat your vitamins and shit. I just don't get why people miss that. You know what I mean? They don't understand. LA Knight's character doesn't work if he's like, pick up after your little sister or whatever. You know what I mean? He's like an asshole, arrogant guy. But for Jay, it works. You know, it's so, he's just so over with kids and shit. It's, you have so many different people over for so many different reasons. And yeah, man, I don't get why people can't get behind the yeetiness of this all.
It's a lot, all right? You feel me? Y'all heard me say this a couple times, because I got kids. You know what I'm saying? Pick up after yourself, say your prayers, wash y'all ass when it's bedtime, don't get no attitude, brush your teeth. You know what I'm saying? Did you brush your teeth this morning? Okay, well, good. Real talk. Love y'all. One time for the one time. 4 letters.
I mean, that's in the building. Someone filming that. You hear how loud that shit is? Fuck, man. He's so over, bro. So here's the Miz with Miz Golf saying, come play around with me. And yeah, the Miz, we're keeping eyes on him as his contract possibly comes up or doesn't.
It's a beautiful day out, golfing early in the morning, first one out, and just hit a great shot. This is a par 4, 340, and I'm about 260, 270 out. So I got maybe 80 yards in, so I'll pitch it in and hopefully get a birdie on this bad boy.
Yes. Good.
Golfing's so fucking relaxing, and I haven't done it in fucking years, man. I gotta start again.
Keep rolling. Oh.
It's just you need time to do that shit, and I'll tell you this much: Miz got some time lately. Miz gonna have some time coming up. No, I really hope he stays signed with the company. I could just see him doing commentary, managing folks. You could stick him in Evolve and have him just manage people. Even like I would never, if I owned a wrestling company that made billions of dollars, I would never get rid of Miz. Would I offer him a lower deal? Yes. If he turned it down, would I be pissed? Like, a lower deal over time. Like, hey, Miz, you're not John Cena, The Rock, main eventing Mania. You're not getting 2 point. Miz, by the way, is on a likely more than Truth. Truth was getting $2.5 million. Miz is probably more than that. 3, if I had to throw it out there. Now, again, I don't have it right in front of me, right? I'm just going based off what other motherfuckers have said who would be more in the know than me. 2.5 for Truth. Miz was getting more for sure. So if they offer him lower and he doesn't take it, but if they offer you lower and you just transition to I'm a manager now, but I still got to make all the towns, Miz might be like, well, fuck that. And then that's his prerogative. But that's not like bad of the company to do that. Like you're in a lesser role now, but if it was me and I had billions, I would just make sure he's on my roster. So Shawn Michaels guess the NXT superstars based on their voices. And this is actually pretty funny. And they're all clearly tight with this dude.
They're not allowed to disguise their voices, right?
Hey, Shawn.
Pass.
Hey, Shawn.
I'm doing horrible at this.
Hey, Shawn.
Again?
Hey, Shawn.
Oh, that's Zoey.
Yeah. Hey, Shawn.
Kalani.
Yay! Hey, Shawn.
One more time.
Hey, Shawn.
He doesn't know. Here we go.
And I
Hey,
know
Shawn.
everybody's voice. One more time.
Hey, Shawn.
Oh, that's loud.
Hola, jefe.
That's Lola, for sure.
Hola, Jefe. Fucking shout out Lola, dude.
For sure.
Hey, Shawn.
Well, that's Jordan.
Hey, Shawn.
One more time.
Hey, Shawn.
Is that Soul?
No.
No.
Hey, Shawn.
One more.
Hey, Shawn.
Oh, is that Thea?
Hey, Shawn.
See if he can get Jada.
One more time.
He knows Thea by her shriek.
Hey, Shawn.
I know who that is, too. I'm just, oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry, girl. Jesus.
What's up, Coach?
Jada.
What's up, Coach? Jada.
What's up, Coach?
Jada.
Hey, come around.
I can't believe it.
Okay, moving along. Cody Rhodes says only a small percentage of WWE stars actually draw. And which is true, man. Only a small percentage of people in general in pro wrestling draw. And so he's not lying. You know what I mean? And like all of them are in WWE. Because there were some people trying to make the conversation about like, well, only WWE. Yeah, for sure. That's proven. Other than Samoa Joe, actually. Samoa Joe's the only other proven commodity. How can we prove this? AEW's last 4K house for a Dynamite or whatever was him versus Moxley in the cage match. Their ratings go up for him. Like before when he was world champ, they weren't doing as shitty of numbers and stuff. Joe's a proven commodity. So Jonathan Coachman recently, another Coachman rumor that he's clearly getting from Vince, like Vince's camp, recently said that a trusted source told him Vince, or he's just making this shit up, Vince McMahon is not happy with how WWE is being run right now, and he's open to buying the company back. As for the money, there's a strong chance Vince could use his close ties with Saudi to make it happen. It could happen, like Shane said. It's not like it can't happen. The only problem is that nobody wants it to fucking happen. And the other problem is that I don't think TKO would want it to happen after all of the fucking problems he's realistically caused them, and some of them. And I've heard rumors of that. He I've been told that like a billion fucking times, and you have heard that floating around that he doesn't like, well, at least I have that, how WWE's being run this whole fucking time. Like since he's been gone, he doesn't like the way Triple H runs shit. And again, no one's really talked about it, but I talk about it on this show, and I brought up how no one's really ever covered this, but there's heat there stemming from because of the speaking out movement. And that's like a bunch of the UK scene got nuked because of the speaking out movement in wrestling. People don't realize like that's why NXT UK went away. And some of the people Triple H was working with, you know, like Vince punished Triple H for that shit. Then when Vince got caught for like he himself was being a pervert, like a prevert, right? Then Triple H was like, what the fuck? You know, like you did the thing that you scolded me. I didn't even do shit like that. It was other people and pretty much, you know, so there's sort of heat there as well. So it wouldn't shock me if Vince openly fucking hates the way WWE is being ran. You know, he won't shit on it. It's his baby, but I wouldn't be shocked for a sec. So the contents, here's what Naomi, this is the first person to ever really show us what's in their briefcase and actually use it for something more than, you know, just hitting people and cashing in, right? So here's the contents of Naomi's Money in the Bank briefcase. This shit is funny. All this money in the bank, don't worry about us. Yeah. And she's got a fucking Big Jimmy fucking Uso doll in her thing, too.
Sick of this bitch.
I love it. Naomi is on a tremendous run right now. Her whole heel thing works. Even the metal music and all that shit. So Zoey Starks confirms she has surgery after her ACL, MCL, and meniscus injuries and teases an announcement for June 16.
Zoey went for that missile drop kick. I believe Zoey hurt her knee.
Taz's music, bound, down, 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 down.
We're at Rothman's Surgery Center in Orlando to fix my ACL, MCL, meniscus. Right now, I'm ready to get it over with. Take a little nap and get back up into hours.
Zoey.
So the surgery was scheduled for 2 hours. It took 3.5. That shit was fucked up in there. Prayers up for Zoey Stark, man. Hopefully we see her again in WWE. So Blake Monroe, here it is officially. And she didn't keep her old name, nothing. This has been her whole lifelong dream. She's Blake Monroe in WWE from here on out, doing that 50-50 shit. You know what I mean? So shout out Blake Monroe and round of applause for her for making her fucking lifelong little girl dream come true, man. It's amazing. So Cody Rhodes tells Damian Priest, or he talks to Damian Priest about the time that no producers were there, and they're like, oh shit, I guess me and Seth are producing Raw or whatever. So let's just take a listen. This is hilarious.
We had a show to do. And remember, no producers. Me and Seth.
That's
me and Seth.
That's right. What a crazy day.
We were producers, and it was a show that had a commission. So we actually had to do work. It wasn't like, hey, you're good. We know your match. Hey, 12 minutes. None of that. That was all pretty.
This is WWE.
This was we had a show.
That's awesome. Yeah, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk will be all running WWE one day. So here's Cody Rhodes talking about the Bullet Club and saying how they weren't printing money. I should have put this in AEW news, but they weren't printing money. It wasn't making a money-making enterprise until I joined. Is this real or not? Is Cody Rhodes being fucking arrogant here or not?
Bullet Club was so cool when Finn Balor was doing it. So cool when AJ Styles was doing it. But they weren't like printing money. It wasn't a money-making enterprise. I joined and it did start making money. However, it was the least cool thing ever. And I realized I was like the sold out, like the commercial Bullet, and that's why I leaned into it a little at the end. So when I look at the leaders of the Bullet Club, I don't mind when people get into these heated arguments over how awful I was for it, because we were doing well. We were places that were sometimes empty, and but yeah, no, I know I was a pretty poor.
Well, you were there for your purpose. You knew what it was.
Dude, I didn't know.
Well, you didn't know, but the company did, and it raised the stock of both New Japan and Ring of Honor, so it worked.
It really did. And Cody Rhodes hit the road, man. He did every butt fuck nowhere indie ever. He just pulled his dad. He just did what his dad would have done. What did he do, right? But what didn't Dusty do? So here you go. Everyone's like, it's just a Tony Storm ripoff, and it's like Barbie, and like none of it's original. It's all of these things amalgamated into one. Like every musician ever is just an amalgamation of their inspirations, just like every artist and wrestler and performer is. But this is an amalgamation of all this shit, but it's shit because it's its own thing. But really, it's just all Sabrina Carpenter. So 1-to-1, she just copied everything. And yeah, I mean, I get it. It's not the most original thing, but sometimes that's how some people get their foot in the door, dude. Ariel Helwani talks about TKO and who the MVP is of this whole TKO thing that's been largely uberly successful.
Happy National Corn on the Cob Day. So following the news of Canelo versus Crawford.
National Corn on the Cob Day.
Being aired on Netflix and not a pay-per-view. Do you think this is a method of Dana dipping his toe into the Netflix option to see if the numbers can be produced? No. There's no dipping your toe into Netflix. Everyone wants to be in business with Netflix. It's a matter of whether or not they want to be in business with you. And so Netflix very much is into the world of like one-offs. The hot dog eating contest, Jake Paul Tyson, Katie versus Amanda 3, this fight. And so it's a big deal that they want to be in business. And there have been some reports about what happened on the way to this announcement of a couple of days ago. And I'm hearing the same things. It was salvaged. And I think a lot of it, I think Nick Khan was a huge part of, as far as TKO is concerned, I do not think it's hyperbole to say that the most important person is Nick Khan. Nick Khan stretches from MMA to boxing to wrestling. Obviously, his main gig is wrestling, but he is supremely important in the boxing world, and he has influence as far as MMA is concerned as well. And he's the guy who does.
He is the MVP of WWE. I don't know about all of TKO. And some people are calling Ariel a fucking bootlicker. They're saying that his shit is failing, like in not getting views and shit. And I mean, I'm not going to argue this. Like some of his, the most hits he got was trashing John Jones, even though John Jones and him I thought were tight or whatever. At least, Ariel would present it that way, I guess. But yeah, Ariel's numbers and shit aren't doing well, and people are saying he's sucking up trying to get a fucking job or something. I don't know. This whole uncrowned thing he put together, I guess, hasn't been a success. Or
negotiate emotionally, who doesn't have an ego, who doesn't want to be in front of the camera, who doesn't want to be front facing. He's the deal maker. He's the former agent. He's the guy who's been there and cut some of the biggest deals in broadcasting. Not only represented talent, but also represented entities. Did the top ranked deal with ESPN, for example, SEC with ESPN, others as well. And so, yeah, he's the guy who really stirs this drink, in my opinion.
There you go. That's Ariel's take. Don't 10-7 me, Bappa. Ava announces that Jacy Jane will officially defend her NXT Women's Championship at Evolution 2. 4 single matches will take place next week. Winners of those 4 matches will compete in a Fatal 4-Way. Winner of the Fatal 4-Way goes on to Evolution. They're doing way too much of this shit. And I just, I'm over it. All these fucking 4 12-man tournaments. Jesus Christ. Now, the quality's been there. The triple threats and the fatal 4-ways they're good matches. And we're getting these exciting, like, Cody Rhodes and all this shit. So I guess I'm amped for that. But between AEW, like, if you just watch WWE, maybe you're like, cool, they're switching shit up. But if you're watching AEW too, man, holy fuck, can we not get a tournament for 1 minute? Like, Jesus. Anyways, I'm down with it though, sweet, and I'm happy that Jacy Jane will be on Evolution. It's important she is. So here is Chelsea Green. We saw some Chelsea Green cringe on the other show with Ana de Armas. Here's her at the IGN Live 2K panel or whatever they had, right? Let's take a look. She's spreading her wings. I love that Chelsea. She's good in like doing stuff like this. The interview, that was her first one. She gets a pass. You can't We can't all be Giga Chad Van Vliet right away, right?
Disgusting! Nobody lets me intimidate them.
We're doing gaming trivia at the 2K booth at IGN Live, but my voice is kind of gone, so I'm going to have Chelsea ask the questions.
Ooh, it's actually your first ever, longest reigning, most dangerous United States Women's Champion, 2-time tag team champion, and future Hall of Famer, Jeffrey. Get it right.
Sorry.
This is too easy. What kind of question is this? What food is a princess from Nintendo named after? And if you don't get it right, I'm going to come in.
Is it Peach?
This is Zach, and he is already shaking like a leaf. What is the name of Mario's arch nemesis? It's the
Chat, Bowser, King Koopa.
way I feel about you right now. I can't.
Bowser.
Nobody lets me intimidate them. Who's the main character in Final Fantasy VII?
Chat.
Cloud Stripe. Slay Queen, yeah.
Yeah, she answered way too quick.
Why are you smiling? What is Pac-Man's wife's name?
Chat, Miss Pac-Man.
Lady Pac-Man.
Disgusting! Get out of here, Adam! Get out! Just kidding, come back. What mythology is the original God of War based on?
Yeah, okay.
Mythology.
Damn!
There you go.
Who got these people in line? Everyone's
Where it was very much like more open world, or I don't know if it was open world or not, but I just remember seeing the graphics for that shit and being like, holy fuck. And like he was fighting Thor, wasn't he? In one of the more recent ones?
smart. You don't look smart, but you are. Bye.
Okay, so maybe some of those questions were a little easy. What do you think, Chelsea?
Did you write them?
Maybe.
Horrific. Disgusting. I'm appalled. I'm never coming back.
Yeah, she's good in that role. WWE Raw Netflix numbers were up for last week's episode, so we said we'd keep an eye on it. Boom, they're up. The show scored 2.7 million views globally for the week per Netflix data, up 4%, with 5 million hours viewed, up 4%. The show ranked number 4. Good stuff. They're up. So NXT did 726,000 views, and then Christina here on X says plus 1 million on Netflix. Like, she's fucking making a joke, but 726? Damn, that's actually a big bounce back from recently. I feel like they've been doing like 600,000s lately, kind of, no? So that's really good. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know it's Wrensday. You know what that means. We are checking in with our girl, Ren Sinclair, who had a fucking match on NXT. She came up a little short. But she's the future, no doubt. And I cannot wait to see her wrestle more, for sure. And I tweeted out too, she's brilliant. Like, it's the little things she does in between the moves. And like, she's not only selling the other person's shit, she's also like selling, when she's doing offense, it's just the little things. She just is well ahead of her years, man. And I just think she'll be a company staple for like ever, you know, and she'll just be a position player and hopefully win the title. I'll pop so fucking hard if she wins the title one day.
Hey guys, happy Wrensday. Sorry I sound a little bit sick, but I'm recording a video. I'm just so sick of everyone not saying NQCC forever, right, Charles?
NQCC for life, am I right?
Right.
Fucking Dempsey, man.
Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and answer some questions. Question number 1. Ren, do you feel it's time to take over the leadership role in the NQCC, possibly rename it the RenQCC? No, Charles is doing such a good job. Like, he's always going to be our leader. Question number 2. If Ren wants to leave the NQCC, does she also have to fight Charles? If Charles want to catch these hands, he can go ahead and meet Thunder and like. I'm nothing. I was just saying that NQCC is forever, and that I would never leave ever.
You're saying you're gonna fight me?
No, I didn't.
I've got enough that everyone else wants.
Charles, I didn't.
I don't need you two doing this.
Yeah, and we're not. They were just clickbait. I'm totally being.
Amazing. Fuck. Another one. Another brilliant round of applause for Wrensday, Rusev Day as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was WWE.